University of Nueva Cáceres, Cradle of the New Age Innovators.
Watch the third episode featuring the Senior High School Department and the College of Computer Studies.
Stream it on July 30, 2020 at 10 a.m.
The learning continues at UNC.
University of Nueva Cáceres, Cradle of the New Age Innovators.
Watch the third episode featuring the Senior High School Department and the College of Computer Studies.
Stream it on July 30, 2020 at 10 a.m.
The learning continues at UNC.
University of Nueva Cáceres, Cradle of the New Age Innovators.
Watch the third episode featuring the Senior High School Department and the College of Computer Studies.
Stream it on July 30, 2020 at 10 a.m. University of Nueva Cáceres, Cradle of the New Age Innovators.
Watch the third episode featuring the Senior High School Department and the College of Computer Studies.
Stream it on July 30, 2020 at 10 a.m.
In the University of Nueva Cáceres, we build a better tomorrow for our students. With our future-ready facilities, progressive teaching methods, a nurturing culture for success, our Learn As You Earn programs make it easier for working students to finish college. We ensure their bright careers. It all starts here, in the heart of Bicol. The University of Nueva Cáceres by Ayala's AC Education, nurturing better tomorrows for all.
Good afternoon, Bicolandia and beyond. My name is Faye Natividad, a proud UNC ambassador. On behalf of the entire community of the University of Nueva Cáceres, I welcome you to this first ever Academe-initiated webinar series in Bicolandia. Thank you for watching our past 2 episodes. We are immensely grateful. More is coming your way. Today, join us in the UNC webinar series episode 3, University of Nueva Cáceres, Cradle of the New Age Innovators. In this episode, we will meet and hear from the department heads, alumni, and current students from the Senior High School Department and the College of Computer Studies. We will find out why UNC, as the Cradle of the New Age Innovators, is your school of choice. Later, before we wrap up the episode, we will give way to your questions and clarifications. So, UNCians and soon-to-be UNCians, are you ready? Let's get started!
A proud ambassador of the University of Nueva Cáceres, and you are watching the third episode of the UNC webinar series. The first department for this episode is home to the most outstanding students in the region. Its alumni have created big names in many industries today. be it in the local, national, or international scene, all because of the modern and innovative strategies in instruction which are being used by highly competent teachers. This department offers the famous Learning with Industry Collaboration or LINK program, which arms students with the appropriate capabilities they would need, whether they would prefer to pursue and succeed in college or enter the workforce directly. The first cradle of the new age innovators is no other than the UNC Senior High School Department. Such an outstanding department deserves no less than an outstanding leader. The first speaker from the UNC Senior High School Department earned her BSE major in English and Filipino, master's degree in education, and third-year law course in University of Nueva Cáceres. Right after college, she worked in the university for almost 4 decades, last several years when she went on training and worked for the population program in Region 5. She started as a classroom teacher advisor in the high school department, to assistant principal for academics, assistant principal, principal, instructor in the College of Education and College of Arts and Sciences, and eventually as the university registrar from 1991 to 2014. As the university registrar, she also held simultaneous positions for a year or two as elementary and high school registrar, high school principal, and assistant to the executive vice president when the latter was in the United States for health reasons. After her retirement in 2014, she was back as university registrar in 2015 to 2018, when UNC's new management took over from 2018. To date, she's also the incumbent senior high school principal. She may be the eldest now in the university, but she claims that she is still a student, a learner not only in the academe, but in the biggest field called life. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the principal of the UNC Senior High School, Ma'am Nelia San Jose.
Thank you, Kian, for the very kind introduction. And thank you, webinar team, for featuring the senior high school today. May I also take this opportunity to commend the parents and the students who already have enrolled for their unwavering trust and belief that the university, high school, senior high school is indeed their best choice for quality education in a nurturing environment. What sets the senior high school different from other senior high? Our curriculum is similar to what is prescribed by the Department of Education, but we have been identified by the following descriptors. Number 1 is English mastery. The university adheres to the English immersive environment. We encourage our students to practice speaking English, and not only in the classroom, but anywhere in the campus. We allow our students to commit mistakes and help them correct these mistakes, because speaking the language is the best way and the fastest way to learn English. The second descriptor that we have is our senior high school is technology-powered learning. What do we mean by this? Since the inception of the senior high in 2016, our students are already into technology. We were future ready even before this pandemic. Our students were adept in the use of Chromebooks and tablets because that is what they use in the classroom. Notebooks are not required, but they may use it because their lessons are found in the Chromebooks. We have about a number of Chromebooks for all our students in the campus. We also have practiced already or used already the learning management system. So this is not new to our students. Another feature that we have in the university senior high school is the employer partner network. Especially our TVL students, they go on the job training, and we are happy to tell you that some of our students are hired when they graduate in grade 12 by the business institutions they have worked with during their OJT. The other one feature of our senior high school is we are supportive professional mentoring, meaning our students do learn by doing. Our students, our teachers rather, are not even called teachers who just bank information to our students, but rather they are called the learning facilitators because they initiate the learning, but it's actually our students who do everything and discover for themselves the concepts, the procedures, and the learnings that they have in that particular lesson. So these are the 4 differentiators that we have for the senior high school in the University of Nueva Cáceres. Now, what is the preparation that the senior high school is going on or going through during this pandemic? As we mentioned earlier, even before the pandemic came, we already have started what we call resilient education delivery. That is why we have RED or RED 3.0. Why 3.0? Because we did not start this during this time, during the lockdown, but the RED 3.0 has started even before the lockdown, because our university was looking into a digital world, and so our learning will not only be focused on face-to-face, but also offline. So what is the preparation? We now have 2 modalities in our senior high school. We have the flexi tech-driven modality, or using the internet and online, and we have what we call the flexi-kit modality or the modular approach. In the flexi-tech-driven modality, we have 2 approaches, the synchronous or the asynchronous. What do we mean by asynchronous? The students are allowed to study at their own pace. They are allowed to do it anytime because they have their own resources. They have internet, they have stable internet. That's why they choose this kind of modality. Synchronous means there is a time where teachers and students meet at a given time where they really discuss their lessons via Zoom or Hangout. The other modality is the flexi-kit modality or the modular approach. What is this? The lessons are embedded in print, but instead of papers, we use the tablets. What is this tablet? The tablet will include all the lessons of our students for every quarter until the end of the semester. Now, the tablet will be part of their fees when they enroll in the university. Why tablets? Because at first, actually, we thought of printing the modules, but considering the number of subjects that our students have and the number of students we have, we will spend a lot of money just printing the modules. And we even imagine that if a student has 16 subjects or 12 subjects, by the end of the year, her sala or their house or their bedroom might be full of modules already. So the university has decided to make use of the tablet wherein all their lessons will be taken in, will be uploaded, and they will have the tablets in their homes. Now, the tablet, by the way, is not really that costly because this is not paid in cash, but rather in installment basis. Maybe tablets will be discussed more later. So let's go on with other choices. You will listen rather to our alumni who would speak more about what our high school is all about. So you will have the time to talk with them later, or to talk with you later, their experiences and what made them better or what made them who they are now because of their studies in the university, particularly in the senior high. With this new modality, there is a need for our parents to tie up with our university, with our students, with our administration, because now in the new modality, in the new normal, there is a particular role that the parents will have to play. Of course, the parents are always an integral part in the studies of the students, but this time there is a need for the parents to help our students to cope survive and thrive in the new normal. Remember, our students will be on their own. Their tablets will be their companion, will be their teacher, but the parents will have to see, will have to, help their students also focus on their studies while at home. The UNC and the parents' partnership is very important so that we will be able to adapt to the new situations and also to build in themselves the attitudes of resiliency, agility, and grit so that our students, our children will really be able to pursue and achieve their dreams, to finish their studies, and live their life's purpose. My dear parents, my dear audience, you will now have a chance to listen to our alumni who graduated in the senior high and in the university to share with you their experiences in the university senior high school. Thank you very much.
Hi, I am Cristel A. Sales, a proud ambassador of the University of Nueva Cáceres. You are still watching the UNC Webinar Series Episode 3. I would like to thank Ma'am Rondi for that very informative talk. Here in UNC, we are dynamic and creative. We anticipate the forces of change and we explore possibilities with intent and purpose. Our next speaker is one of the learning facilitators for STEM engineering. She finished Bachelor of Science in Education, major in Mathematics in 2013, and graduated magna cum laude. She is one of the 10 outstanding students of BCol in 2013, one of the Jose Rizal Model Students of the Philippines in 2012, and one of the Ayala Young Leaders in the same year. To talk about the technological readiness of the Senior High School Department, let's listen to Ms. Mary Eliza Jenica Sariba.
Hi, I am Mary Eliza Jenica Sariba, one of the mathematics learning facilitators in UNC Senior High School. I will be handling the STEM engineering program for grade 12. I'm excited to see you all on August 24. UNC Senior High School takes pride in being one of the forerunners in providing unique learning experiences to all its learners. As a learning facilitator for 4 years now, the pursuit to develop learners in becoming technologically ready, confident in speaking English, and ready for employment has been our mission since day one. As a mathematics learning facilitator, I make sure that my learners are able to understand the application of the mathematics concepts, not just in book sense, but also in the real world. It is done by challenging our learners with real-life problems and hands-on projects that will push them to see the relevance of mathematics in their real lives. We do not shy away with creative or outside-the-box solutions. If anything, we embrace them. You do not need to fear mathematics because in our department, we make sure that it's worth it and it's fun. I find this approach to be highly effective. Even before the pandemic, our senior high school department already used different technologies that ensure quality learning. We have Chromebooks, tablets, even our own learning management system. This is one of our identifiers, and we are proud to say that even in the midst of the pandemic, we will do our best to not be fazed by the difficulties it poses. I can assure you that the entire department has been working hard, and we will continue to work hard in preparing your modules and other learning materials to ensure that you will not feel an ounce of being left out. Whatever modality you choose, we can assure you that it feels like you are still in our classroom. Pandemic or no pandemic, we are ready. We will do our best to give you a worthwhile senior high school experience. Thank you.
As the saying goes, the fruit does not fall far from the tree. And the next speaker will talk about how UNC shaped and molded her to become who she is today. She took the general academic strand and graduated in the year 2019. She was elected as the president of the SHS Supreme Student Government when she was in grade 12. She was recognized as rank 1 by the Federation of Philippine Eagles Club Incorporated with the Philippine Eagle Outstanding Youth Service Award and was an ISCO awardee of the University of the Philippines Harong organization. She was one of the Filipino delegates to the Asia World Model United Nations 2 in Thailand representing UNC. In 2019, she was awarded with the Best News Article Plum of the International Press, where she was a journalist representative of CNN to the Asia World Model United Nations 3 held in Bali, Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ms. Alodia Alzel Laguardia.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And thank you very much for inviting me to speak for this day. So I would be very glad to share my student journey here in UNC. The university or this institution had been my home for nearly a decade. When I first entered the university, I was just an ordinary student with a quite simple goal, of course, to graduate and get a job. I never thought that an academic milieu could transform me into a person I never knew I could be. So I've spent my primary and secondary years with the UNC, and what I loved most about the institution was its ability to cater to the diverse needs of its students. I was a mediocre student, but UNC did not make me feel less of who I was. I became a consistent class president, an officer in various organizations, a xylophonist at the UNCDXMC. I was a news writer at the Trailblazer, but my greatest breakthrough was in 2016 when I was elected as the president of the Junior High School Supreme Student Government. I was given the opportunity to share what I have in store with the student body. UNC sent me to a variety of leadership training programs where I was able to sharpen my skills. And from then on, I got into a lot of social advocacy platforms. I represented Naga City to the Violence Against Women and Children Regional Public Speaking Competition, where by God's grace, I was hailed as the victor. I became a volunteer at Bata Muna. It's an awareness project to prevent all forms of child abuse. I've worked with Plan International Philippines and a lot more. So I was recognized by the Federation of Philippine Eagles Club Incorporated with the Philippine Eagle Outstanding Youth Service Award, where I ranked first after 7 years. The first time that UNC got that award. UNC did not limit my learning in the four corners of the classroom, confirming what its motto is, non scole sed vipe. In 2017, I went to the UNC Link Senior High School, and that, I believe, was one of UNC's best. What I really admired about the department was its approach towards learners. We were trained as if we're professionals. I was able to practice my English speaking skills because of the English immersive environment that UNC upholds, and maximize technology via Chromebooks, internet, and unconventional teaching methods. UNC Senior High School was basically paperless. So I took the general academics program. I worked with the Speakers Club where I host events in the department. I was a part of the department's BET in schools press conferences where I served as the news anchor for our radio broadcasting team. And I again was elected as the president of the Supreme Student Government. Through the aid of UNC Senior High School, I was sent to Bangkok, Thailand, and represented the Philippines to the Asia World Model United Nations, together with more than 1,000 delegates from all around the world. It supported me in expanding my connections and social facilities. I was awarded with the 2019 ISCO Award by the University of the Philippines Harong organization. UNC paved the way for opportunities that I am very much thankful for. And even with my college admission test preparations, UNC made me eager to look for possibilities and grab it. Through its training of professionalism, I was determined to pursue my dreams and eventually made it to one of the finest universities in the country. The education that UNC instilled in me was a major contributor to my humble beginnings in college. I entered the university empty-handed, but it did not let me leave as is. It made me grasp more than what I thought my hand could hold. And I will be forever grateful to the university for seeing the potential in me and unleashed a better version of myself. And of course, I am and forever will be a proud product of UNC.
In the University of Nueva Cáceres, we build a better tomorrow for our students. With our future-ready facilities, progressive teaching methods, a nurturing culture for success, our Learn As You Earn programs make it easier for working students to finish college. We ensure their bright careers. It all starts here, in the heart of Bicol. The University of Nueva Cáceres by Ayala's AC Education, nurturing better tomorrows for all.
Hi, this is your UNC Ambassador, Faye Natividad. Today, I am very excited to introduce to you a senior high school alumnus of UNC. He is a loyal student of the University of Nueva Cáceres. In fact, this is his 14th year in the institution. Now an incoming second-year student of Bachelor of Science in Architecture. The UNC campus witnessed how he transformed and became a singer, musician, and performer. He is also an artist by heart, showcasing his talents and skills in the university publications. An artist by heart, showcasing his talents and skills in the university publications. On the side, he works as a freelance watercolor artist, a graphic designer, and a brand designer. Everyone, let's say hello to the very talented Mr. Lester Easy.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. I'm so honored to share the experiences I had, I must say. I have a lot of things to share. The university offered me so much that built who I am now. I'm just glad that I still enrolled in this university. It's my mom who has been choosing UNC ever since for two reasons. The first one, it's just a minute walk from my home and it provides quality education. Thinking about it, I have been studying in this university for 14 years. I didn't complain at all because I knew it was a great choice. I saw how much UNC helped me hone my personality, build my potential. Aside from the technicalities of academics, UNC also gave me an insight of what will it be like outside the academe by presenting us activities that guides and let students experience hand-on tasks. These help me in my mind's capacity, and develop new skills needed to adapt to a certain environment. Student life wasn't a hassle. It was great not only because of the effective learning environment, but also because its welcoming atmosphere that changed my perception of things. UNC is my second home, not only because it's near our residence, but also because it's diverse and an accepting community where students are always ready to listen and willing to understand. I didn't experience any pressure adapting. Everything just went smoothly to be myself. I was confident, hence I was comfortable with it. UNC is really homey, considering that there are a lot of areas here in the campus, like for example, the Bahay Kubos, the open field, and even the pavilion. These are the places that I usually go after classes so that I could let the steam off. Improve my well-being as well. My classmates, friends, and teachers influenced me to do good. The environment motivated me to learn more. Uh, UNC taught me how to understand the differences and see that there are no borders that would hinder each and every individual's growth and showcase their unique abilities and talents. And with that, I got to be involved. Additionally to the activities that were enjoyable, like Thanks to Alzel, the former speaker, um, thanks to Alzel's good leadership in leading the senior high school Supreme Student Government, they did a great job handling the activities as well as they organized events very well. Activities were fun and exciting for the senior high school students, like the ibang klase, the night concerts, orgmahan, and the high school days. All these occasions were taken seriously, and everyone had fun during that term. The experiences also built the person I am now. Still Lester, but better. I used to conclude a lot of things from what I initially know, and it would negative conclusions. Eventually, I became open. I tried to understand differences. I tried to imagine myself in the shoes of the others. And I did this because I was curious and I just wanted to know their side. I became cautious of my words, hoping that I would not offend anyone with my reasoning. And that is what UNC helped me. The education did help me a lot personally and academically. I got to be very confident of my skin because of my open mindedness. I didn't hold back from trying to speak the English language, and I was comfortable using it socially. I also became independent, I say, because of the flipped classroom setup we had when in Link. It focused more on students learning through their own collected data and making sure that everything was credible information from reliable sources, but still guided by the learning facilitators and the LSs. Because of the independency, we already have this head start. And I must say, career wise, opportunities for you are a lot because the university gave me more perspectives and heightened my curiosity within me to learn new things from different fields. With that, I can say that students are quite flexible. UNC is still my home. Cherish every bit of what I had from this university. And UNC molded me for who I am now, and I am really grateful for it.
You're still watching our episode 3. In today's global workforce, IT professionals are crucial in every industry. Their international job opportunities are increasing. Their roles in the organizations are expanding, and the demand for their skills is constantly rising. To be the best, the College of Computer Studies of the University of Nueva Cáceres, headed by Dean Agnes Reyes, is on the right track in providing relevant and responsive education programs, plus top-notch faculty and top-of-the-line facilities. To tell us more, we will invite the program head for the Information Technology at the College of Computer Studies. He finished his computer science degree in UNC. He has extensive experience working as an IT professional, a web developer, a digital media specialist, event promotions and publicity, both in the government and private companies, here and abroad. Currently, he is taking his doctorate in information technology at the Technological Institute of the Philippines. We can't wait to hear from the IT program head from the College of Computer Studies. So let's all welcome Mr. Marvin Monteagudo.
Thanks for having me for this webinar series. Just a bit of a context, I'd like to talk about the College of Computer Studies. So the College of Computer Studies had been existent at the university for over 20 years. So it started as the initial offering for the college was BS in Computer Science, where I am also an alumnus. Over the years, different courses were added like BSIT, and just recently we added the BLISS, or the Bachelor of Library and Information Sciences. And of course, we still have the ACT program. Now, after 20 years, why do we say that the programs of the UNC College of Computer Studies is still relevant? Now, we all know that ICT is the enabler of the new normal. I mean, no apps, no technologies will exist without the efforts of IT people. And also, ICT bridges the gap between education and communication. So facilities will not be quite effective without the programs that run behind them that make them usable. So as an example, the UNC CCS programs are definitely future-proof. By future-proof, we say that we have thought about it, we looked at different data, we made sure that this program will be sustainable and will carry out for the future. Now, like we said, we're not fortune tellers, but we love data. We love data a lot, and even now, data tells us how in demand our courses are. So for starters, I'd like to talk about ACT, or the Associate in Computer Technology, which is a 2-year course. Now, usually when a student gets in, enrolls in college, though he or she is sure of taking any computer-based subject, he's still not sure whether he's going to go for the BSCS or the BSIT route. So ACT is an ideal starting point, so that early in the years, he's able to acquire the skills needed for the different programs. Now, BSCS is one of the oldest programs actually in the whole world for computer studies. The graduates of computer science, aptly called computer scientists, actually find new ways, mathematically, conceptually, operationally, to improve different processes or even create new technologies. These are the people that gives birth to the ideas of how a video can be run in a small device like a mobile phone. Now, the BSIT students, or the graduates, or what we call as developers, programmers, makes use of these technologies so that they can create organizational solutions. So these BSIT graduates will now create solutions for different organizations that will help them improve the efficiency of their organization. Now, of course, we have BLISS, or Bachelor of Library and Information Sciences, which specializes in organizing and archiving information. The world data is now the so-called the new petroleum. So there's definitely a need for a lot of stewards who are able to take care properly of data, and this is where our BLISS course comes in. So if you look at it, it starts with an innovation of an idea and creates the application of an idea. That's what our College of Computer Studies is all about. So when you say New Age Innovators, that actually, that is not far off. That's us. Okay. So the next question will be, what are we doing now with the new normal? Now, we understand a lot of hesitations why some parents would not want to enroll their students, probably because of the new normal, because of the delivery using the online method. But why are we confident? Why is the College of Computer Studies confident? We are very confident because we have been doing this for a while. It's not even for a while, because we have been doing this for quite a long time. We have been using the internet as our method of delivering instructions. We have been using different applications. And of course, naturally speaking, our faculty are technology adept. So this is our old normal, so to speak. So we are quite confident that we're going to be able to deliver this to our students. Now, currently, we are working on adapting our instructional materials to the full online delivery through our learning management system. So that means our students will be able to have their accounts. They can open their LMSs and then go through their different subjects separately, and then they can actually do some self-paced learning on their own, so that they may be able to go they can go advanced, or they can stay on a topic for quite a while and just manage their time, basically. Also, we are continuously systematizing the manner of our engagement with students. Uh, just like Ma'am Ronde said earlier, we have also the asynchronous and synchronous meetings, but mostly because this is the college level, we will go with asynchronous learning sessions. The LMS will contain everything that is needed for the subject, but there will be synchronous meetings because of one other thing that we are very serious about, which is the consultations. Our faculty will always be there for the students whenever they need them for their subjects. They will be available for one-on-one consultations if need be, so that issues regarding the learning will be taken care of as early as possible. Now, we also did a clustering of our subjects. We divided the number of subjects for one whole semester by 2, and we are going to deliver them by batch. So it's like if you have 6 subjects, you will, and you have 5 months for the entire semester, you're going to have the first 3 subjects delivered for the first 2.5 months and the other for the last 2.5 months. Now, why do we do this? Now, we understand the situation now that we are at the new normal. We are at home. We are prone to distraction and everything. So dividing the subjects into 2 will provide the students with better focus on subjects. You don't have to, basically speaking, you don't have to think of 6 subjects at the same time. Just think of 3. So you will be able to submit your assignments earlier. You're going to be able to focus on tasks better because you can now budget your time properly. And of course, there are other individual innovations by the faculty. Now, our faculty are being given their leeways in terms of innovating. Now, for myself, what I'm going to do this semester, a new thing that I'm going to do for this semester is to open up my own YouTube channel, so that some of the best practices that I can share with the students will be online all the time. I'm just going to ask the students to just subscribe and like the videos so that it will gain more traction. And the other faculties are thinking of other ways as well. So you will be sure that you will be surprised when you enroll in the College of Computer Studies. So given that, if you're a student, why should you enroll in the College of Computer Studies? Now, the first thing that I can say will be about the faculty. If you want to get trained by actual industry professionals or experts, this is the place to be. Why? It's guaranteed 100%. All teachers rather of the College of Computer Studies are industry practitioners. They are not the teachers that just teach. They are practitioners. They are immersed in the industry. So you will have no problem if you would like to ask them about how it goes on in the real world. So they are experts. They are practitioners. Another one, and something that we are going to debut, we actually debuted the last semester, is we offer certifications for every step of the way through our multi-qualification program. So that means when you take one subject that is related to the industry, say for example, Java programming, you're going to get a certificate for Java Programming Associate. So that means you can flaunt it, you can use it for your resume, and if that's required for a small-time job, you can use it. Okay, so in essence, what I'm trying to say is that you can even get jobs while you are still a student. You can support yourself. I know that because when I was in college, I also did that as well. I got small-time jobs when I was in 2nd year or 3rd year in college. So definitely with newer tools right now, with better demands, and with increasing demands in IT professionals, you can get job as early as 3rd year college. Also, we have our partnership with industries for training and immersion. So you're not going to ask for an OJT and just be put into the situation where you're just going to mix coffee or something, but you're going to do what an IT professional is supposed to do. That's our guarantee, because we have been spending so much time on partnering with other industries that are IT related. So that is an overview of our college. And lastly, don't take it from me. Take it from some of our students and graduates who are going to speak in a little while. So that's it for me. Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Hi, I am Christelle, and you are still watching the third episode of the UNC webinar series. We cannot achieve the true change when half of us are held back. In the University of Nueva Cáceres, we nurture dreams by passionately guiding and inspiring our students to leverage their potentials and for them to have better lives. Our speaker is an alumna of BS Computer Science, class of 2020 in UNC. In college, she was active in student leadership as she was the former president of the Society of Junior Fellows, served as a student ambassador and a representative in the Student Congress. Currently, she works as an associate software engineer at a tech firm. This young developer who jump-started her career in software development is none other than Miss Catherine Nicole Reboneria.
So, hello everyone. Good afternoon. This is Kat, and I'm an alumna of UNC College of Computer Studies. So yes, just recently I completed BS Computer Science, and I belong to the most phenomenal graduating class, batch 2020 D Matina. I just started my career in software development, and I'm working as an associate software engineer at Accenture for almost a month now. So just to give you an idea of the company that I work for, Accenture is a leading global technology company that delivers technology solutions and applications. Right now, I'm very thankful that I got this job right after my academic completion. Even we're at this very challenging time, through the help of the College of Computer Studies and its industry linkages. So CCS really has a very good program in ensuring compelling careers for their graduates. And yeah, it's a very good news because it will open more opportunities for UNCians. Currently, I work from home due to our present situation. But yeah, on a positive note, this remote work setup I think works for me, probably because of the nature of our work. It's project based and our team is scattered all over the Philippines. Um, this setup is really, I'm enjoying it because there's a lot of benefits. Like I get to spend a lot more time with my family. And yeah, like I said, I'm just starting my career in software development, and I'm still learning, I'm still expanding my skills and my proficiency in this field. As a computer science or as an associate software engineer, it is part of my job to build, to design, and to configure applications to help our clients further their businesses. So yeah, that's basically what I do now and who I am today. But I'd like to take you back to my college experiences and how my education in UNC helped me land on my current job now. So I remember during college, as a computer science student, CCS really taught me the ins and outs of programming, of hardware, and about the best practices in IT, which I think I really gained practical programming and analytical skills. And I believe I got equipped with what I really needed for my work. So huge thanks to the College of Computer Studies. And also, I want to add, I think my active involvement in the university activities also helped. In college, I was very active in student leadership. In my second year in college, I represented CCS as a representative for Student Congress. Also, during my third year, I served as the university student ambassador. And in my senior year, I was given the opportunity to head an organization, Society of Junior Fellows. And I think with all these experiences, really, I learned about leadership, about service, and we built lifelong friendships in college. And yeah, I think with all these experiences, our school motto, not of school, but of life, stays true now more than ever, because apart from our vision to achieve academic excellence, we go the extra mile. I mean, UNCians, we go beyond. And I think with all these programs of UNC, it really nurtures UNCians to be future and career ready. And also, I want to share with you how I got employed immediately. It was during quarantine, um, around in the month of May. CCS played a very big role to me in finding a job. CCS through Dean Agnes Trillanes, and also with the help of our career center CPSO helped us. It wasn't just me. I was with other UNCians. They helped us to ensure that we are ready for the employment, we're ready for the recruitment process. So during quarantine, we had this Accenture Technology Bootcamp. We had front end and back end development trainings, and we're just very grateful with this opportunity that we're able to pursue the path that we want, that we really love to do. So yes, also I heard that Accenture is now looking forward to being the university regular industry partner. So that's really a very good news. And yeah, what's so nice about UNC is that we get the support quite easily. We can consult, we can collaborate, we can learn from one another. And I'm just so beyond grateful with all these college experiences, because it led me to where I am today. If you're also interested, if you're also in the same field with us, please know that there's really a wide range of opportunities open for you. You can venture to coding, to designing, but in general, for UNC graduates, there's also a big opportunities for us. I think the secret is to stay connected to UNC even after graduation, because that's what I did, why I got my job right now. But if you want to do it yourself, you can venture to you can visit other online platforms like JobStreet, LinkedIn, and Upwork. So you can explore job openings in their sites. But like I said, in our college, we have this industry partner like Accenture, and that CPSO hosts digital career fairs that prepares UNCians for their future job applications. So yes, with that, I think truly in UNC, everyone makes it. And also, I want to leave a light and friendly tip to my fellow UNCians. I know it's not going to be easy to pick a career. It's going to be a very difficult decision to make. But when you get there and you feel good, that feels like a very big accomplishment. So that would be all from me. Thank you. I hope I was able to inspire you through sharing my experience. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Kian, and you are still watching the third episode of the UNC webinar series. Without a doubt, UNC really nurture better tomorrows for all by ensuring that the students are future ready. The third speaker from the College of Computer Studies is an incoming fourth-year student and a former member of the College Council. He loves music and photography and spends his spare time flying across the globe online. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Ralph Hernandez.
Thank you so much for having me. Today I'm going to be sharing with you why I chose UNC and some of my experiences in UNC. I've actually spent my elementary and high school years in UNC, but unfortunately, UNC wasn't my first choice. I actually went to Manila to study architecture. I spent like 2 semesters there, and the school that I attended had like a trimester. And during the span of 2 sems, I started to realize how difficult it can be to live in Manila. The cost of living was expensive. The traffic was crazy. There were times that I had to go home. There were times that most of the time, it took me like 2 or more hours just to get to school, and even more just to get back home. And at the same time, I started to realize how architecture really wasn't for me. Um, so one day I had a small chat with my family and discussed with them other interesting courses that I could take. And one of the courses that caught my interest was IT. Um, I thought that it was perfect for me because I was art inclined, and IT had a touch of art to it. In front end, you get to design UIs, or you could like create games, and then the back end, there's the coding, which is like solving puzzle to me. Yeah. And so I thought of where I could pursue IT, somewhere affordable and somewhere that is of the same quality, if not better than the ones in Manila. And I knew that UNC offered that. Um, After all, UNC is my family's second home. And UNC is in Naga City, where everything is literally a few minutes away. Um, yeah, so moving on, um, I actually was a very shy kid. Everyone knew that. Everyone close to me knew that, even my professors. Um, I actually arrived in UNC at the second semester, and it was a very wrong timing because um, the subjects that I was supposed to take were all closed because of the prerequisites, and the prerequisites were like, and the prerequisites were all closed. Um, and at the same time, um, there were already a lot of circles of different people, and they all seemed well bonded, and I felt like it would be too difficult for me to be in one. But eventually, I learned to make friends. I learned to talk to them, to interact with them. And then I just made friends. But what really helped me make friends was being a part of the student council. Um, Being part of the student council, we helped organize different school activities like the intramurals, foundation day, and it involved a lot of interaction with different students, and it was a huge opportunity for me to make friends. Yeah, and everyone was just very nice. I never really went through the need to felt the need to avoid anyone or hate on anyone. Yeah. So yeah, that's my kind of like my social experience. On the academic side, um, I love my department so much. They were always there for me. And remember how I told you I had these troubles having taking courses back then. It was actually thanks to my department. They made sure that I was on the right track and that I will make it on time. Um, in my department we have advisors, and we were encouraged to meet with them at least like once or twice per sem, and they made sure that we were taking the right subjects, and they were, I mean, they're you can basically approach them anytime, even if you just need someone to talk to, which I really appreciated. And apart from that, my department hosted a lot of seminars, and they gave out a lot of materials that would be of great help in our future career. Um, our professors, they always shared their personal experiences in the workplace, the lessons that they've learned, which would be very useful for us when we go out in the professional world. And then there's the students. The CS students have always been very collaborative, just as how CS students should be. Whenever I have for anyone did, there was always someone to help you, which was just very nice. So overall, my student life, my experience was amazing. I feel like I haven't really missed out on anything. Yeah. So that would be all for me. Thank you and keep safe.
In the University of Nueva Cáceres, we build a better tomorrow for our students. With our future-ready facilities, progressive teaching methods, a nurturing culture for success, our Learn As You Earn programs make it easier for working students to finish college. We ensure their bright careers. It all starts here, in the heart of Bicol. The University of Cáceres by Ayala's AC Education, nurturing better tomorrows for all.
Hi, welcome back to the third episode of the UNC webinar series, the first ever academe-initiated webinar series in Bicolandia. We are down to the last portion of our webinar, which is the question and answer portion. The first question is for Sir Marvin. The question is from Micah Marie Solayvar of the CS department, and her question is, will you provide gadget support to IT and CS students who can't afford it?
Okay, thank you very much for that question, and that's very relevant right now. Now, in terms of providing, like it came from the college or the university, we are not going to do that exactly like that. But what we're going to do is connect with reasonable prices for those gadgets, and then other companies that provide reasonable interest for student loans, so that we can point our students to those directions, and so that they can acquire those devices on their own. One advantage of this is that the student will be able to device, because particularly in the CS department, we don't really want to lord over our students and tell them, okay, you buy this particular specs, you buy this particular processor. We would like to give them the freedom to choose what kind of hardware they would like, as long as it conforms to a particular set of minimum requirements. Because there's going to be a lot of programming and coding you go to second year. So that's why it's best for them to be able to get those devices through their own what do you call this? Through their own decisions, through their own investigations. But the university will help in terms of providing for vendors that will provide better prices for these gadgets, and also for financing. In terms of financing, the university is going to help the students get through with that. I hope I answered that question. Did I?
The next question is for Ma'am Rondi from Justin Mark de los Santos. The question is, how does the senior high school department keep its programming and technical knowledge updated?
We have teachers, of course, who are knowledgeable in our TVL, who continues to study, continues to get courses to be able to help our students.
The next question is for Sir Marvin. It's from Ronald Teves under the CS department. Will there be a face-to-face meeting for the laboratory activities?
Okay, again, that's an interesting question. In terms of the university or the college wanting the students to be able to use the laboratory, definitely we want the students to be able to the laboratories, of course, social distancing and basic health. There are issues regarding the coordination of that with the government, because at least for now it's not yet permitted. But the university is working on it, especially those courses that requires complex computer specs, those higher computer subjects. We are working on it so that we will be able to allow the students to go through to the CS laboratories and use them as you would when we are not yet in this particular pandemic, in this predicament. Now, if that will be implemented, of course, that will be subject to some restrictions. It will not be it will not be the usual thing that you can. There will be schedules that has to be followed so that we can still maintain the minimum health standards. And because in any event, we're still trying to prevent this the spread of COVID-19.
Thank you very much, Sir Marvin. I'm Rondi. The question is from Romar Josh Castro. The question is, can the LINK program be delivered via flexible learning modalities?
Thank you very much for the question. Can the LINK program be delivered via flexible learning modalities? Definitely. In fact, as I was sharing earlier, we have two approaches, the FlexiTech and the modular approach. And as we said earlier also, the LINK has already been future ready even before this pandemic. Why? Because our students are adept with computer use or Chromebook use. Now, how can this happen? They will still have their tablets and their modules are very, very clear. They were prepared so well so that their teachers, as if their teachers are with them via the modules, via the printed modules. And also, if I may share this with you, we invited, the administration invited an expert in modular preparation. And it so happened that our one module of ours was examined, particularly the math, statistics, and probabilities. And we're happy to inform you that the expert said our module is excellent, well prepared. In fact, she was suggesting that it be a template of all modules. Our LINK program can still be delivered via flexible learning modalities. As I said earlier, we have been prepared. We are future ready because of the LINK program. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Rondi, for the assurance that the senior high school department is always prepared in everything that they do. Open forum part, thank you to all the students who sent their questions and for the speakers for answering the questions very well. Today, we featured the two adapt to the new normal without that everyone deserves. We hope that the senior high school department and the College of Computer Studies enlightened you on how the programs they offer are relevant. Just remember that innovation and change start with acceptable purposes, driven by dedication, commitment, and the desire to be better. Once again, this is Cristel A. Sales, a realize that in this challenging time, you deserve to be in an institution that will always help you make it, and that is UNC. Have a good day.